Hello and welcome to Hey Clarity. I'm your host, Lindsay, and today we are opening the Akashic Records on UFOs. It is U week of the alphabet superset. More information on that in the description box below. Thank you to everyone who voted on UFOs for U week. I was kind of hoping it would be this one. The questions that we're going to ask are, foundational question always, what are UFOs from the Akashic Records perspective? Where do they come from? How do they fly? What is their use or purpose? How long have they been around? Who's using them? Why don't all of us see them? And what's the most important message we need to know about UFOs? So let's get into it. First question, what are UFOs? They're calling them light bulbs. They're like light bulbs, light beams, and they're saying to the worlds. What are UFOs? Light bulbs. That's very, very simple. Light bulbs, light beams to the worlds. They're saying like life experiences, other life experiences. It's like, they're showing like for us, it's like turning on a light to an environment, to like a new environment. Like as if like they're kind of saying like exploration. They're showing people in like a dark cave. Actually, they're showing a bunch of things. Slow down. They're showing people in a cave and they have like headlamps on. They're showing people underwater and they have headlamps on. They're showing people like out in the woods and they have a flashlight. And so they're just saying like exploration to the worlds. And then they're saying like gathering information, like viewing, observation, checking in, checking it out, information, messages, information. Like seeing of the world, seeing to the worlds. Light bulbs. They just keep saying light bulbs, light bulbs. Kind of like, yeah, information. They're saying like sourcing information, a source of information. Where do they come from? Where do UFOs come from? They're like, other than you humans, other than you human beings on Earth, other living beings, other type human, non-human beings elsewhere, other worlds. So where do they come from? Other beings for the worlds, of the worlds. There's something about like lots of different worlds as like part of like, they're saying like the universe, but it's like, they're like other countries, but other worlds, other planets. They're like far away, like distance. Like they're like never ending. Like it's never ending. Like far away. Where do they come from? They're saying like time and space from far away. I'm getting like, it's kind of hard to put into words. Hold on. They're just saying far, like far from away, from far away. But they are saying far from away. That's an interesting order of words. They're saying experience, experimentation, like exponential other beings, like exponential human beings, exponential, future focused. They're saying like past is irrelevant, future focused. Like they're saying like the past is destroyed and then far in the future. Past is destroyed. Past is the destroyed, far into the future, far in the future. Oh man, like, can you put this in like super simple, like layman's expression, please? Where do they come from? They're just like from far away. Okay. How do they fly? How do UFOs fly? God, put this into human intelligence expression, please. How do they fly? Dirt bags? How do they fly? There's like, okay, they're showing like air coming from a UFO and like all this like earth, like dirt being like kicked up. It feels like air. It feels like air. They're saying like air electrically, air electric. It's almost like though, like the air is coming from the UFO. So it's like coming out of it. And that air blowing from the UFO keeps it flying. They're saying like it's air generated. They're like human transportation systems, but different. Because there's something about the air blowing like out of the UFO. Wait. It's like they're like blow air. So I'm like, so if I blow air like strong enough, it's like, could it push back? So they fly from like air coming out of it though, air generated. Anything else? They fly. They're saying like electrical-ish. They're saying like foreign substances. They're like the way you have your like metal elements. They're like, they have theirs. Like they have theirs. They all have their material elements that they use for propelling. They're like air propelling. Like they have their forces of energy, their sources of energy. And they're saying it's like what you use, but they're saying, but much better. They're saying it's much better. They're saying it's like a faster force. It's smoother, it's quieter, it's subtler. They're saying like it's indetectable. So that's why I'm getting like almost like there's something about like no sound, and that like almost like they're saying like the ease of the movement, the ease of the transportation. They're like, it's like whisper quiet. It's very light. They're saying light bulbs, light beams, lighter beings, like everything is lighter. It's lighter. And so it can fly faster. It can move faster. It almost feels like the force of the air is so strong. They're just saying like a bird, like think like a bird, like they have hollow bones and light as a feather. And they're kind of like, imagine like not having like the weight and the gravity, but there's something about this air generated that keeps it flying, that keeps it floating. Anything else? How do they fly? They're just saying air generated, propeller, material elements, like of the other worlds, like from the other worlds, from another world. But they're like yours, but much better. Simpler, they said. It's simpler, easier, quieter. They're kind of like silencer. Okay. What's the use or what's the purpose of UFOs? What's the purpose of you? They're just saying observation. Just observation, information, exploration, adventure. They're kind of like fun. It's kind of like, they're like fun vacation, like spying on other worlds, like checking them out, like what are they doing? And they're kind of like, but really, like what are they doing? Like apparently like when we're being observed, like human beings on Earth, there's like, I'm getting like they're baffled, like they're curious and they're baffled of just like, why do they live like that? Like, what are they doing? They just said like the stupidest of beings, perhaps. So there's like this big question mark. And like when beings, extraterrestrials from other places come to check us out, they're kind of like, they're like riddles. Like there's a little bit of like vacation, like they come for vacation, they come for experimentation, but like exploration. They're like from a distance, like they're like, don't touch, like do not touch. Like they don't want to like touch. They're like, not really. They don't want to, they're saying to be meddled with, like they do not meddle with, but they come to observe. And so they're like, you know, in our words, like it could be like scientific observation, but they're also saying like having fun, like to have fun and like explore new places, almost like vacation. It's like, let's go to Earth. And they're kind of like, see like the craziest of beings, like the human beings, they're so crazy. They're like crazed and like, they're like insane, like out of their minds, like out of the world. It's funny. I'm just getting that they're like really fascinated by us. So whether it's like for fun to check us out or like to actually like kind of like get information, they're just kind of saying like they like to peek from above. But I'm also getting that like just because they're really high up, they have this like very advanced technology that can zoom in really, really close, which allows them to be like up high and see really, really close. Like I'm getting that like they could be like thousands of feet up in the air and like zoom in to like microscopic levels on the ground. So like they're saying like their visibility is like very high visibility. Like they can like scan things. They're almost saying like invisible. They have like kind of like invisible like information technology that's just checking us out. But they're just saying like simplest form, like simplest form. They're like innocence, like really just out of like curiosity and like being kind of like, they're like riddled. They're like riddles, the riddles of human beings. Like, what are they up to? What are they doing? They're like, what are you doing? How long have UFOs been around? They're like thousands, millions. How long have UFOs been around? They're saying into the future, thousands of years later. They're like speed, time, space. How long have UFOs been around? They're just like, in your case, forever. Like forever in the past and forever in the future. Like time that they're saying like time and space that's unfathomable. That's like, we consciously can't grasp or wrap our heads around the time frame of, they're saying like being, like future being, it's really future of future beings. It's almost like they're showing two beings running a race. And there's like the human being running this race, and the human being is like tripping and falling down and taking a nap and taking a break. And then it's like this extraterrestrial otherworld being is kind of like flying past, like zooming past. Like I'm just getting that they're like light years ahead of us. And so this space and time, this time frame is like, they're kind of saying like unconscionable. Like we cannot grasp the concept of time around this. But there's something about like, it's more like future timing. So they're like, come back. Like they're saying they come back to like check us out. Like we're slowed down in this race. And they're like, it's like someone like the two that ran the race, the extraterrestrial like finished the race or is like blowing past the entire thing and like finished it and like is coming back to be like, hey dude, are you okay? Like you can get off the floor and keep running. Like almost like, do you need a hand? But there's something about like a mismatch of like being, so it's like I can't really help you, but like, are you okay, dude? Like, it's kind of funny. So who's using the UFOs? I feel like that's already been answered, but let's just see if they want to give us anything more. Who's using the UFOs? They're just saying like other worlds, other life, what we call extraterrestrial. But they're just like, there's so many other beings creatures, like life force beings in existence universally, like in the universe. And they're saying like many of them come to like check us out. But they kind of keep saying this like vacation thing, like they're going on vacation and they're just curious about like, what are you doing? Like, what are you human beings doing? Why don't all of us see them? Like, why do some people see UFOs or catch them and others don't? They're saying because it's everywhere and it's like at random. They're saying like, you know, you can't really plan. They're just saying it's at random. Like, they're like, we don't know. Like, we can't expect or anticipate when they're going to come check us out. It's not, we're not, they're saying like, you're not in communication. Like, you can't plan this with them. It's like when they come. Whoa, that was so crazy. I just saw this like flash of light. That's crazy. It just went like, whew. I think this is part of it. There's a flash and a light beam. The light bulb, the light beam. Oh, and they're saying people see it, like through the lights. Like people see the lights, people notice the lights. Or they're saying like, or the material elements, like if it's daytime, but they're saying like, it's more common, more visible at night. It's like more visible at night for everyone. It seems like everyone is in like extraterrestrials like to come at night because they're saying the people are calmed down because we're like sleeping. And so they can kind of like check out the planet and check things out. I'm getting that it feels like safer or it's like safest. Oh, they're like afraid to like disturb us and cause disruption. They're like, you guys aren't doing that well. And so we don't want to like freak you guys out. And so we kind of come at night when you're sleeping, but like some of you are like up at night doing things and you might spot us. Like, that's so funny. So they're saying it's like preferred timing for them to kind of come at night. I'm getting that like, you know, they can see in the dark more clearly than us. And so it's not, they don't have the same experience of like night and day that we do, because I'm getting on some other planets, it's mostly dark. And so seeing in dark is like seeing in the day for us. So like even the visibility of like light and dark is different for them. And I'm getting like, even in like the traveling through space in the dark, like vision and visibility is adjusted. They get used to like the transportation of being in the dark. And so it's almost like when they come to Earth, it's so light. If it's like daytime, they almost prefer to be in the dark because like the visibility, the adjustment with their vision and their eyes is like easier. I'm getting like less sensitive. And so that's the preference. And they're like, it's not spooky, it's just a preference because it's like easier on the vision or the eyes, like they're equivalent to eyes. They're equivalent with like how they see and sense things. This is cool. Okay, so why don't all of us see them? They're saying because it's mostly at night. They're like most visible at night. And if you catch them during the day, they're saying it's like rare. It's rare. What's the most important message we need to know about UFOs? They just said not dangerous, like not at all. They're like, don't be scared. Don't be scared of UFOs. They're kind of like, these are like your brothers and sisters from other worlds. Like it's all good. It's all good. They're like a bad scene. A bad scene. They're showing the references of like the stories of when people say that they've gotten like abducted or like probed and things like that. What do you guys want to say about that? They're just like so not dangerous. Like whatever they see, whatever they did, I'm getting that it was like harmless. But they're saying Hollywood drama, and like the trauma of something so different and so new, they're saying is one thing. But like there's something about like Hollywood like twisted the stories and made them seem so dangerous. And they're just saying not dangerous, like not dangerous. Almost like have fun, like on vacation, like exploring, like checking you out. And I'm getting like something like trying to see like who's the stupidest being in the universe. Like maybe the human beings, they're just like stupidest. Like they kind of were considered like the stupidest beings. Anything else? What's the most important message we need to know? They're like youngest, okay, youngest. Okay, what's the most important message you need to know about UFOs? They're like light bulbs, light beams, transportation, vacation to the worlds for other beings in other worlds, what we call extraterrestrials. And then they're like, done. They're basically like, that's all you can handle. So like, let's just stop there. They're like, we don't go too deep about this. Okay. Oh my God, that was really fun. So that was the Akashic Records on UFOs. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know how that lands for you in the comments. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.